This area was empty of demons, and then suddenly a man comes here and says, "Elder brother, I have come back," and he asks, "Why are you so late? Tell me quickly what is happening in the spider nest." Someone has evacuated this area, and there is not a single guard left there. This other person looks at him very seriously and says, "Are you telling the truth?" And then he tells that yes, all the demons have been wiped out. Now there is not a single demon here. Everything is destroyed. It is very shocking. Is it night watch? But this is not the manner of their execution. There is a high possibility that it may be the work of some hidden family or powerful group. And then this guy puts his hands over his mouth and says, "Damn, the employer only needed 1 bottle of spider venom. And we didn't get it. It seems that this time it can only be obtained by robbing some unfortunate victim on the way back." Then suddenly he looks back and sees signs of someone coming from there. Everyone looks back in surprise and sees a hand. It's actually our protagonist. And he thinks in his mind that I finally found other awakeners. And then that person, they ask who's there. Our protagonist says, "No need to worry, I'm an awakened. I'm here just to level up, and I'd like to trade some food with you guys." Having said this, our hero raises his hand. After this person says, "What is this? I was scared, but this is just a person." And then he says, "We can trade with you, but food is not cheap in the jungle, so who are you planning to trade with?" Protagonist says, "I know I have valuables I can trade." The person standing behind him asks, "Do you have anything of value?" Everyone takes out their swords. And with the intention of attacking the protagonist, he says that you should really take a look at us. At the same time, the protector moves his hand forward and his ring starts glowing. And then he reveals the little master's offspring, and then says, "How are these? They are quite good. Don't you just take a look at them?" All these people get scared on seeing those spiders and say that these are the spiders which should have been cleaned. Has he killed them all himself? The hero looks at them and says, "I knew your intention, what you were going to do." Our hero's current level has reached 17, and he says that he is in a very bad mood right now and tells them that once you get what you want, get lost. At the same time, all these people, realizing the danger, run away apologizing that they are leaving. Our protagonist discovers the poison and tells us to protect those around us. At the same time, little master's child appears there. Our hero says, "Damn it, I am getting hungry now. I should have known when I was 9 years old for the first time. I didn't expect that swarming would have so many side effects." At the same time, the system informs that the speech value has reached 2768. Please increase this level as soon as possible. And then he says, "I originally thought the swallow price would increase rapidly after getting the herd, but I didn't expect the swallow price to double. It's going to take me forever to now have a boss who can provide speech original." That's a drop in the bucket. Even if all the animals' nests that are publicly available to visitors outside Jihang City are cleaned out, there may not be enough for the next reintroduction. And then he thinks in his mind that I have heard that the nests and secret places of animals controlled by Night Strike cannot be revealed to the public. Looks like I need to report to the Night's Watch as soon as possible if I want to get more swallow value. And then he looks carefully at his hand and says whether Little Lion is still sleeping. It seems as if the swarming takes a toll on him. Then suddenly his eyes go to that girl, and he looks at her carefully and says, "Why is this girl still here?" And then he says, "There's a smell of fighting in there, looks like there's a lot of people in there too, what's going on here?" And then the girl comes in front of him and sits down, and he asks her why that guy came here, and she puts her hands on her head and says it was very painful. And then she gets shocked to see our hero and says that you are the same person who has cleaned the spider's nest. "Please don't tell them you saw me, I'm begging you." Our hero looks at her and says, "Why is she here again? I didn't even notice her until she came so close to me. How did she do it?" And then he looked carefully at her feet and thought in his mind that it was too late to leave. Then suddenly the sound of some people coming is heard, and then at that very moment the girl hides. All these people come close to our hero and say what a scene this is, and what are you doing here? It is not right to camp here alone. Our hero looks at them and thinks. Then this person says, "Hey, did you just see a girl running? Tell me. If not, this time we will really kill you." At the same time, the blue-haired guy tells him to hold something, and he jumps and lands in front of our hero and says, "You have leveled up fast for the creation type. The day is not over yet, but you are on level 16. I am really getting more hearts, but I have something important to do right now." And then he sits on the stone in front of our hero and points his sword in front of our hero and says, "I have to ask you, did you just see a black-haired girl?" Our hero looks at the blue-haired man and thinks to himself what a strong aura is visible around this man. Looks like he might be above level 30, but other than that, this guy is able to tell my profession and level accurately. And then he thinks in his mind whether he should have evaluation tools. After this, our hero tells them that I just saw someone walking in that direction, but I am not sure that it is the same person you are looking for. And then the person with blue hair says, "Well, I trust you, but now I am advising you to be a little more honest." And then he would read his sword in his hand and say that if I find out that you are helping him in saving him, then the Gyo family of Jane Empire will not let you do that. And then he goes there from there. Our hero thinks in his mind that he is a family of Jane Empire. The families of Jane Empire have a long history. They are all high-ranking officials of the frontier. And he is extremely mysterious. He rarely appears unless there is a major disaster. Some powerful families are more than capable of destroying a continent, but this person's power is greater than I thought. It's not a good thing to be missed by a guy like that. Our hero looks at him seriously, and then he signals to the girl as they leave. Our hero tells the girl that it seems like it is no longer possible for you to stay here. It is not safe for you. The girl looks at him and says, "I got saved. They did not see me." Mara Nayak at this time holds the hand of the girl and says, "Come with me." The girl gets nervous as soon as he holds hands, and then he looks our hero in the eyes and says that last time you almost troubled me. And this time I have helped you again. Tell me the truth, how you got into that group of people. Why are they following you? The girl replies that my family owns a freight station and the man was greedy for money and wanted to steal the things we were carrying and kill everyone. But he didn't expect that I would trick him and run away. He was afraid that I would leak it and spread rumors. So he is constantly following me to silence me. At the same time, our hero leaves the girl's hand and starts walking forward. The girl moves her hand and says, "I will remember that you helped me. I will definitely repay you in future." Our hero answers that after all, who would want to be involved in your filth? Then suddenly such a scene comes in front of him, seeing which our hero's eyes become big, and he says, "What is this?" The girl was also scared and said that they had just used barrier magic with someone. "We've been recognized," and then he says, "You should come out." And then he says it's too late to run away, and if I say I don't know you, that motherfucker probably won't believe me. Then suddenly someone's feet are visible and a strong aura is seen around him. Our hero thinks to himself that there could be a lot of people out there. And then suddenly the blue-haired man comes closer to them and says, "You bastards, I knew you were lying," and then he orders his soldiers to go and arrest both of them. Friends, this chapter ends here. Don't forget to press the like button to see the next chapter. And if you are new to the channel, then do subscribe the channel and press the bell. You can also rate us for the videos out of 10 so that we can make even better videos for you. See you in the next chapter. Till then, take care of yourself and your family.